Hello, friends, and Experience KU liaisons for August 12th, next Tuesday. My name is Gigi Sears, and I'm really grateful that you are willing to share your time and your talent with this program. So rather than sending a long email, I thought I'd do a quick recording and give you the high points and let you know what to expect, since we have several liaisons who are returning. I know this is a refresher. Many of you are new, and so this is just a what to expect. Fast fact, there is no pre-learning required. You don't have to memorize all these stats about the health system. As a liaison, you're going to accompany a particular guest through the day. And you don't have to learn a lot about the health system. We really hope that you will just engage with your guests, talk about what you do, why you love it, and you don't have to do pre-learning about your guests that you're assigned to. Just come and enjoy the day. The dress for the event is business attire, so slacks and button downer, or it could be even a polo for men. And women, dress or slacks. Most important for women, closed-toed shoes, since we are going to go into clinical areas. Every one of you will be wearing a lab coat for the event. We think it really adds to the impression of the liaisons and helps identify you as well. So some of you may not have a lab coat of your own. Not to worry. I have a whole, literally my shop of lab coats. What I do want you to do, if you need a lab coat, is click the link in the email that this video is coming to you in, and reserve the lab coat in the size that you want. If the size that you need isn't there, notify me right away, and I'll make sure that we have that size for you. On the day of, you'll pick up the lab coat from me at the event. So you don't have to pick it up beforehand. Just when you come up a few minutes early and check out your lab coat. At the end of the event, you're going to check it back in. I'll handle the cleaning. So here's a what to expect. So the next time you'll hear from me before the event is on Friday. By Friday, we will have paired each guest with a liaison. We know that some of you are not going to be paired on Friday, and we want you to plan to come on Tuesday anyway, because things can happen. Somebody gets sick. We have an unexpected guest show up. Things change right up to the last minute, and I reserve the right to shapeshift with the liaisons. You know, we pair liaisons and guests for very particular reasons. And sometimes I know something about you that might be of interest, or the area that you work in, or your specialty, your background, those sorts of things. And we want to make sure that there is a little bit of a connection if we can. Otherwise, I know that you will wow your guests no matter what. So expect that email on Friday. On Tuesday, we have a pre-brief before we greet our guests. The pre-brief will be in Heart Center 6802, that's 6th floor of Cambridge Tower. That's going to be our home base for the whole day. That's where most things will happen, the beginning and the end of the day. That pre-brief will begin promptly at 9:45. And it is important that you are on time for that. If you need the lab coat, show up before then so you can get your lab coat. At the pre-brief, we'll go over a couple more instructions for the day. And then our colleagues from the legislative group within the health system are going to go over each guest. You'll know their titles. They'll give you a little more information about why they're there. It's kind of fun to hear about all the guests. At around 10:30, 10:25, we are going to go down to the Cambridge Tower, first floor of Cambridge Tower. That's where our guests will arrive from, too. And as they arrive, we will greet them and then introduce them to you. Once your assigned guests arrive, you're going to not wait for anyone else. Take them back up to the Heart Center 6802. The lunch buffet will be set, so you're going to go ahead and grab lunch. During this time, you will also have 2 sheets of paper that they're going to have to sign. One is a HIPAA form, and one is about photography. So sometime during the lunch, I'm going to make sure that you get those signed, leave them in the center of the table, and I'll pick them up from there. Bob and Tammy are going to give a presentation over lunch, and I can assure you that you will find it as interesting as the guests. It's a master class in all things health system. Once lunch ends, the role of the liaison is to accompany your guests to a preset agenda of experiences. We have 5 experiences that are set up for the day. You'll be going to 3 of them. And the experiences are, I'll try to do this from memory, Burnett Burn Center, ED trauma. We have the epilepsy experience. We have the IPAC experience, and we have cardiothoracic surgery experiences. So you go to 3 of those. On your customized agenda for you and your guest, it will tell you what the meeting location is for that experience. All you have to do is get you and your guest to that meeting location. Once you arrive there, there is a person from the experience that will come and take over for the next hour and 5 minutes. And you'll attend the experiences with your guests. I would like to ask that if there's, a limited number of seats, let the guest sit first. If there are opportunities for engagement, say opportunity to put in a chest tube or intubate a patient, let the guests have that opportunity first. If nobody steps up, then step up with enthusiasm. As far as questions, if there's an opportunity for questions at the end of the experience, let the guests go first. But if they don't ask questions, jump in and get the conversation going. One of the most important functions of a liaison is to make sure that you stay on time. Your agenda will have the times that the experiences start and end. We want to make sure they don't end early and they don't go long. So get yourself ready with how are we going to extend conversation. If it looks like it's going to end early, ask some questions. If it's going to go long, you may be the one that has to step up and say, this has been so interesting. We could be here, for another hour. That said, we have to move on to our next experience. All right. So those are some of the most important functions. Another key point is, while you all are incredibly important people, we know our guests are very important and busy people as well. They're coming, they've carved out this amount of time. So we want to remain focused on them. So please, please, please stay off your cell phones. If you need to make a call, send a text, excuse yourself and go out of the room to do that. It really doesn't portray us in the best possible light if they see us not texting during lunch or during the experiences, because it gives the wrong vibe, doesn't it? After these 3 experiences that you go to, each one's an hour and 5 minutes, you'll come back at the end of the day and we are going to have a great presentation. It's a 40-minute presentation from 4:20 to 5 o'clock, and then at 5 o'clock, the final thing that you'll do is during that cocktail reception, you just need to remain as long as your guest does and escort them back over to Cambridge so they get back to where their car is. All right. Other than that, have a great time. I know you're going to enjoy the day as much as our guests do. Thanks so much.